Hello, this is Dan the Furniture Repairman. Today we're going to show you how to color the cane webbing we just installed on this chair front and back. We're going to use Blendal powder stains. And here's an example of the two colors we're going to use. Now there's a few different ways to blend colors with these powders. One is to apply one color and then another over the top of it. In this case, we're going to mix the powders and apply create a different color is what we're going to do. So we're going to start by putting in a little bit of our lighter color in the powder form, and you could do it a lot of different ways, but I like to start with them in a powder form. And then this is a little bit of the darker color, so we're going to darken up the lighter color, and I'm going to put a little bit more on top. And I'm just going to use my mixing stick to kind of chop it up and break up the pieces and mix it dry. After I have it kind of mixed well in a dry form, I'm going to add my denatured alcohol. That's where I'm at right now. This is denatured alcohol going on top of it. And I'm going to use my brush to kind of move it around a little bit more, complete the mixing process, create a little bit of a slurry, and add more denatured alcohol until I get the correct consistency. So not difficult at all. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to achieve more of a grain look, then you would apply one color and then you would apply your second color over top. But this is caning, cane webbing, so there really isn't any grain we're trying to mimic. We're just trying to get the color as close to the chair as possible. Now, the nice thing about doing caning is we're able to adjust the color very easily, lighten it, darken it, add more red, add more green to hit our target. So here you see the slurry. We're looking in pretty good shape, and now we're going to start to apply it. Now we get to the fun part. So we're going to apply our color. Now this slurry will tend to dry out over time. Just keep adding denatured alcohol to it. But what I'm doing is I'm cutting in the corners. I'm forcing it into the corner. I'm not worrying about getting it on the bamboo part because once the denature dries, all that's left is the powder, and I just come back with a rag and just wipe it right off. A little bit of denatured alcohol on a rag cleans it right off. Now, I'm going to go around the whole thing, brush it all in. It's not going to cover completely on the first pass, and my color is not going to be perfect on the first pass. The color it'll be when it's sprayed with sealer is very close to the color it'll be when it's wet. The sealer will change it a little bit, but it dries very quickly. It looks powdery. It looks very different than the color it ends up being. So don't fool yourself. It's not the color it is after the denature dries. It's the color it is when the denature is on there. That's really the way it's going to look. I'm just kind of brushing it in, pushing it in. Now, some of this is going to bleed through to the other side. That's no big deal. Here it is. It's dry. You can see there's hot spots. There's highs and lows, and there's some bald spots in here. And that's okay because I know my color needs to be adjusted, and I'm going to come back with a second coat. So I think of this more as a base color coat. As I apply the denature, the cane's going to get a little loose. That's no big deal. It will tighten back up the next day as it shrinks again. So the cane gets a little moisture in it from the denature and it gets a little loose. Don't worry about it. I'm using a rag with some denatured alcohol on it to clean off there's a few little dots from the brush splattering and clean off the edge. Now, if you're wiping your piece with denatured, it will turn it a little bit of white, and you do have to hit those areas with sealer and varnish to get the varnish back to the way you want it to look. Or you can just brush it off with a water rag, but I just don't like using water. I have to wait for it to dry. What I'm going to use now is Mohawk sanding sealer. You could use any sort of lacquer sanding sealer at this point. I'm just going to apply it, you know, not too much, just going to go across it. And you're going to see as I spray it, it's going to change the color a little bit as it activates and seals in the powders we put on there. So the powder is now dry, and when I put the sealer on there, the sealer and the powder become basically like a paint or a tint. And I like this process because it lets me adjust my color. It works very well, and it dries very quickly. So I'm going to go back and forth and just keep spraying it and sealing it in. My sealer is dry. It took about 10 minutes while it was drying. I worked on the other side. And you can see it's not a perfect coat. There's highs and there's lows, and there's some bald spots in there. And my color is a little off. And this is a tricky one because am I matching it to what color of the chair? There's about 4 or 5 different browns on this. And the key is to pick something that's going to make it look all nice. Or you can actually add color to the whole chair and just redo the whole chair. So what we're going to do now is we're going to mix up a little different powders and get a little bit different color for ourselves. Now we're going to create our second color and we're going to darken our original mix. Now this is what the original mix was, and there's a bunch dried up there, but when I put Denature on there, it'll reactivate it. And I'm adding a little bit of a color called nutmeg. It's a little bit of a redder brown, so I'm adding a little bit more red into it and darkening it. Now I'm going to start out slow and just add as I go. I'm not going to try to jump all the way to the darkest level. I want to just add some, mix it, see how it looks. And it may take you 3 or 4 different coats to get the color correct. That's okay. You just take your time and you add a little bit and you add a little bit more until you get to where you need to go. Now here's my slurry. You see it mixing with the light that's already on the plate, and we're going to begin to apply it right now. Now this is the same process. You're just going to cut it in, or I cut it in on the edges, and I'm going a little bit lighter. It's a little bit of a faster brush, a little bit of a lighter brush, because I already have a good base color on there, and you can see I'm kind of brushing it on the edge of this piece. So I decided to darken this frame in because it really is much more yellow than the rest of the brown in the piece. So I'm adjusting the piece of furniture so it'll look nice all together. And you can see big, long brush strokes right here. And where there's bald spots, I'm making sure I'm coming back and I'm filling them in. And you can go left to right and up and down, and however you feel like you got to get it so you get it right. But what you want is a good consistent color all over the piece so you don't end up with missing any areas. That's really the key. So um, however you got to do it so that you make sure you get the whole chair covered, that's the way you want it to do. I have my color on there, and I'm taking a good close look. I have much better coverage this time. And what I'm going to do is now just kind of fan it a bit so that the denature continues to dry. You can see where it's wet in those areas. I don't want to spray my sealer on it until I have all that denature dried out of there. It is compatible with the sealer, but it kind of thins it out more than I like. So a little bit of fanning with a paper plate, I'll dry it right up. The cane will be a little loose the more you work on it, but you give it a day and it dries nice and tight. I let the denature dry and then I sprayed it with sealer and let it dry overnight. Now, I'm pretty happy with the way the color matched. I did have to bring that frame in, a little bit of color in to blend it into the rest of the chair. And then after that, I had to put varnish on top of that. So I just used a Mohawk satin varnish out of a rattle can. I'll put a picture right up here of it. And then 2, 3 coats of that, and this puppy's all done. This is Dan the Furniture Repairman. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, every time a piece gets restored, it stays out of the landfill, and less trees are getting cut down to make new ones. Those are good things. You have any questions, you want to see a certain video, comments, you want to call me a shoemaker, tell me I know what I'm doing. Won't be the first time. You go ahead, put your comments down, I'll try to answer them. You all have a good day now.